Hi, my name's Gavin. Nice meeting you. Welcome back to the Game Talk About YouTube channel. We talk about anything and everything. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite movies of all time, The Batman, which came out in 2022, directed by Matt Reeves. Guys, haven't already, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button. As always, let's get right into the video. Pow. Okay, to start off, This is a masterpiece that when watching again today, I didn't know if I was going to like it as much as I did back then. A few years ago when I watched it for the first time, I was like, oh my god, this is fantastic. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do on the rewatch, as much as I do. I didn't know if I was going to. I've seen it maybe like one time, like after I initially watched it, so I've only seen this movie twice. But when I tell you that this is complete cinema, this is how we do a Batman movie. This is how we do Batman. They did Gotham so beautifully too. Gotham is the best character in this movie. Let me tell you now, the city of Gotham is the best character. I know it's crazy to say, oh well, how can a city be a character? It is. It just is. It's the best part about this movie. Gotham is the best part. Of course, you have Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz. Everyone stole the show. Pretty much the whole cast had a standout performance. God. Like, oh no. Colin Farrell. There we go. Him as Penguin, as Oz. Oh. Man, he transported into that role. He is fantastic. And when we get to the series, which I'm hoping to cover the series soon too. When we get to the series, man, I'm very excited for the series. But yeah, this movie fantastic. Great. Let's get into the notes. I ended up giving this movie a 10 out of 10. And here is why I gave this movie a 10 out of 10. It is beautiful from beginning to end. I couldn't find one weakness of this movie. Honestly. Like, this is just perfect. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. The Batman is better than The Dark Knight. And here's why. While The Dark Knight is more rewatchable as a movie, The Dark Knight lacks in-depth analysis of the characters. You have a Joker, cool. But Batman in this movie is better than The Dark Knight because The Dark Knight has something that it lacks. The Dark Knight is not a Batman movie. The Dark Knight is a Joker movie. This is a Batman and Riddler movie. This is better than The Dark Knight because it really dives into psychological evaluation of the Batman, not just the Joker, not just Batman. This touches everything good about this movie. It's 3 hours long. I think The Dark Knight is better on the rewatchable scale because you can watch it all the time. But if you want something to really make you think, you need to watch this one. The acting was unbelievable. I fucking loved the acting and think they all did a fantastic job. Every single one of these people showed out and showed up. They did phenomenal. Zoe Kravitz, Robert Pattinson. I can't wait for part 2. The Batman Part 2 will be coming out in 2027, and I'm hoping to God that we not only touch on the Penguin series, but we also do a Mr. Freeze story. I hope we do a Mr. Freeze story. If you want me to do a video on what I would do for the Batman Part 2, let me know, and I will definitely do that video. I want Mr. Freeze for Batman Part 2. Anyway, let's talk more about the atmosphere. Let's talk more about the villain. The Riddler. Paul Dano showed up. Really. He's probably the best villain. Like, one of the best villains. I think Heath Ledger's Joker is better than the Riddler. But I think the Riddler is right next to him. Like, right there. Because Paul Dano, he does fantastic as this role. He does fantastic as the Riddler. And I can't stress this enough. The Riddler was scary in this movie. He was absolutely terrifying of this movie. And honestly, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but the Riddler was more scary in this movie than the Joker was in The Dark Knight. Yeah, the Joker was very scary, very weird, and very charismatic, but I was never fully scared of him, right? Where the Riddler, you didn't know much about him. You didn't know anything about him. He had very limited screen time, which was fantastic for what they were going with in this movie. But the soundtrack was amazing. Let's talk about the soundtrack. Using Nirvana as one of the key points of this movie soundtrack was a great move and a great choice, and I got inspired by that, and I can't express how much this movie means to me, because as a guy who wants to write his own movie, who wants to do his own movie, I want to do a next movie like the Batman, right? So, it's cool. But let's talk about the most relatable scenes. I think the most memorable scene is the rafter and the car chase. I think the car chase is phenomenal between Batman and Penguin, or Batman and Oz. And I think the rafter, when he takes adrenaline, which it is adrenaline, not venom, although it'd be cool if they retcon it into venom, because if they did that, then we can get Bane, and Bane can come in, and I want another Bane. I know we've already had two, but I think Matt Reeves could do better with this, with a Bane in his eyes instead of a Bane and like Tom Hardy and the other Bane that we got in the old movie that we don't want to mention yet. Which is funny because I'm hoping for Mr. Freeze too, who's also in that Batman and Robin movie. But yeah, I think both scenes are memorable. I think the story was very engaging. It kept me on my toes. I think my favorite line of the movie has to be "I am vengeance," because it gave me like flashbacks to Kevin Conroy, rest in peace. I don't know, he died like a few years back, and he was the original voice of Batman in the Batman the Animated Series, and I think he's the best Batman. Okay, just gonna point that out there. There's two voice actors who are the greatest of all time. Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime and Kevin Conroy as Batman. You guys can debate me all you want, but those two are the greatest of all time. I think both of them does great with each role. So, Yeah. And then the theme of this movie was be the light in the darkness within the whole thing, right? And I think this is fantastic. I think that theme really showed up. And I think the theme of you have to be a mask in order for the other person to be the face. Batman has to be the face. Bruce has to be the mask. I've always stood by this and said that Bruce needed to be the mask. And Batman needs to be the face. It needs to be. So yeah. And my overall thoughts is this is a cinematic masterpiece. I think that Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson is my favorite Batman, by the way. I think Robert Pattinson is my favorite Batman because you could see how he felt. He's very young as Batman, and he's very naive. He doesn't know how to act sometimes. But still, you can relate to this Batman, right? And I don't think the others do that great. So, yeah. Anyway, I would definitely recommend this movie. If no one's seen Batman, I want this to be the first ever Batman movie they've ever watched. I think this movie is fantastic, and I don't think it gets enough credit. My final official rating is 10 out of 10. Still, love everything about this movie. And would I watch it again? Yes, definitely. I think it's a fantastic, fantastic movie that you need to sit down and watch and just open your eyes and let the city of Gotham tell you an amazing story. And that's where I'm going to leave it off. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think about it? Let's talk about it in the comments, please. And if you guys haven't already, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. As always, my name is Gavin, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, guys. Goodbye.